Your mind is either working for you or it's working against you. If you're stuck, if you're frustrated, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you're not where you want to be in life, it's because of one thing. It's because of your programming. And today, in this video, we're going to fix that. Hey guys, it's Brendan, and in this video we're going to talk about how to reprogram your unconscious mind for success so you can start getting what you want in life. And I'm going to take you through a few key points here that we want to discuss and talk about, and how that's going to help you reprogram your mind so then you can start winning in life and start succeeding and getting everything that you want and be who you want to be. The first is your mind is wired by the past. Now, most of your beliefs, your habits, and your thoughts were shaped from childhood, from the society, and also from past failures. You know, I always say that our first 10 years of our life are most important to our development. 50% of our beliefs are formed by the age of 5. Now, if you had a 5-year-old, you wouldn't ask them to make a decision about their life, would you? No, but we all have unconscious decisions that we've made about reality, about life, about who we are, who we think we are, from the age of 5 to 10. Even a bit younger. We actually start getting programmed by our environment and the things that we are in the 3rd trimester of being born. Think about that for a second. We're literally being programmed from then. So there's so much conditioning inside of the mind. Now, some people might say, just forget about the past. You can't forget about it. It's always going to be stored in the unconscious mind. We need to neutralize it. We need to work through it. Now, if you don't consciously reprogram your mind, you'll keep repeating the same patterns and maybe even the same failures that have happened over time. If you're thinking and feeling the same thing yesterday, today, then tomorrow's going to be the same, because it's just a big pattern that just keeps running. Now, there's also something called the training balance scale, which talks about our thinking and talks about the action, the doing. One's like how we think, and the thought and just being and what we think about. And the other side is doing, taking action. And there's a training balance scale because it goes up and down. And our results in life generally stem from 80 all the way to 99% of the thoughts and feelings that we think and that we feel and the beliefs that we have. So the action and the doing is such a small portion, but so many of us try and do so much and focus on that, where it's actually the thinking. If your thinking isn't right, it doesn't matter how much you do, it's not going to get you where you want to be. Whereas if your thinking's right, you're naturally just going to take aligned action with that, and that's going to get you what you want. And so there's so many things inside the unconscious mind around your beliefs and your habits and your thoughts that all come from the childhood programming that we've received. So we really need to dive into that and understand, okay, where did all this start? So maybe have a look at your life and go, you know, here's a pattern, here's a pattern, here's a belief, and find those things and go, where did this start in my past? What created this for me? What caused this problem? Not in a way to beat yourself up, but just to have this curious tone. And when I first started doing this work and diving into the unconscious mind, I did my first ever training. It was in Perth, and I had to fly over there, and I actually stayed in a backpackers because I didn't have enough money to get a hotel. Like, I was very, very broke, and I was very limited with the resources that I had, but I just felt like I needed to do this course. I'm so glad I did, because I wouldn't be here where I am now talking to you if I didn't do that back then. And so I went there and I was like, there's something in me that was just going, do it, do it, do it. So I went, and I first started learning about the unconscious mind, how we're programmed, and all of the conditioning that we got picked up over the time. Anyway, it was about day 3 or 4, we did some of these processes, and then afterwards my world changed completely. I used to film a video journal every single day, and I used to do it in my room, in my dorm room, or around somewhere where no one else could see because I was too shy. Like, I couldn't even take a selfie. I was that shy, that timid, that embarrassed when it came to those things. But after this day, I was walking home from the training and I was going to the gym, and I was walking and I was like, oh, I haven't done my journal. So I just picked out my phone and I'm walking down the street and I'm talking to myself on the phone, and there was someone walking past, and I even said to myself, there's someone walking past and I don't even care. And that was the first time I'm like, wow, this is so different. Like, I couldn't even do that before. If I was doing that, I would have saw the other person and gone, oh, and put my phone down and pretended that I wasn't doing anything. I was like, wow, this has changed so much. And so that was the first thing that happened. The second thing, as I was walking down, I went across the train line, and it was like a little semicircle kind of thing that curled around down to the bottom, and just like a big ramp for wheelchair access. And halfway down on that ramp, there was a group of 20 odd people, and there was 2 girls and the rest were guys. I think they were, you know, around 18, maybe a little bit younger. A couple of them were drinking, but I just had my headphones in and I was just walking, and unless I was kind of like walking like this, like I had swagger, which I don't think I was, maybe I was, but I don't think so. But I went around, and then as I said, there was 2 guys in that group and the rest were all girls. One of the guys walked out of the group, came over to me, shook my hand and said, "Have a good night," and turned around and went back. And some of the girls were like, "Who was that?" And I was like, wow, like that never happened to me before. Like I normally would have walked to the smallest part that I could have and, you know, not made any eye contact and just kept walking and just did nothing. But someone came out of their way to say have a good night to me. I was like, wow, like that's twice this thing's happened since letting go of something, letting go of a belief and some programs that were in my unconscious mind. And then the third thing happened, I was at the gym, and again, unless I was walking like this, which I don't think I was, but I was just walking through the gym and literally 2 people got out of the way so I could walk past, just, you know, on the gym floor, one after each other. And I was like, wow, like I must have changed something for other people to be picking up on that. And that was the first time I really realized that when we change, the world around you changes. And so that's why it's always come back to us. Like we don't understand how much the reality can shift by us just shifting one belief. There's so much that goes on with that. So the more that you can find out what these things are, things can happen quickly. I always say change doesn't take a long time, it just takes a moment of realization. We just get fed a lot of BS from the world thinking that change takes a long time, but it doesn't. When you know how and when you know where to find these things and how to reprogram yourself, it can happen very, very quickly. Now, the Buddha said the mind is everything, what you think you become. So remember that. What you think is what you become. Think good about yourself. If you depreciate yourself, if you talk down to yourself, you're not going to really achieve much. You're the one that has to live with yourself all the time. So talk better to yourself, think better, think thoughts of what you want, not of what you don't want, and ask yourself where you've gone and created these things in your past, in your conditioning in childhood. And then once you start self-inquiring like this, you're going to make a massive difference in your life. So the second point here, after you've gone through and you've found some of the childhood conditioning, we need to rewire your thoughts for success. Identify and replace negative thought loops with empowering beliefs, ones that get you to where you want to be. You can use affirmations, you can use visualization, and you can use action by doing things to recondition your unconscious mind. In our first 7 to 10 years of our life, we are programmed through suggestion. We're in theta brainwaves, which is where a hypnotist wants to get someone to. And so that's where we are in that state. Now, after that, the way we form beliefs is through repetition. So the first 10 years of our life, that's through suggestion. The rest is through repetition. And so we can have a belief that was formed here, suggested to us, and then it gets reinforced through repetition. So the way for us to change beliefs now is to go back and find where they were caused and unplug them. But if we want to install new empowering beliefs, we need to start using repetition. And so this can be things like just on autopilot, just running them in the back of your head, just repeating affirmations or incantations, or you can visualize yourself where you want to be. You really need to program your mind like this. Now, I listen to affirmations every single morning. As soon as my alarm goes off in the morning, I put my headphones on and I have affirmations programming me. We're in theta brainwaves when we first wake up and when we first go to bed. That's the same brainwaves we were at in our first 7 to 10 years of our life. So let's use this to our advantage, and it's just repetition. So I have these affirmations that is coming through headphones first thing in the morning. Now, I don't know if you've ever listened to a song in the morning and then all of a sudden it's stuck in your head for the rest of the day. This is the same concept. If you can program your mind with affirmations first thing in the morning, you're literally putting the things into your mind that are going to start repeating, and you might not be able to get them out of your head. Awesome. You're programming yourself through repetition for the rest of the day. Something so simple, but it's really powerful. And then at the end of the day as well, I put my headphones on and I listen to the same things. 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes just before, as I'm getting ready to go to bed. I lay down. As soon as I put my head on the pillow, I take my headphones off and I go to bed. It's that simple. And it could be ones where you program through yourself, like you could be recording your own voice and so you program yourself, or you on YouTube, on Spotify or Apple, wherever you are, there's so many different playlists of just I am affirmations Just listen to them, plug them in, and you'll make a massive difference, and you'll start rewiring your mind through those things. Affirmations work really well when you've let go of all of the childhood stuff. So many people, they don't know how or don't know what to do to let go of all this childhood stuff, or they think it's not relevant, which is the biggest load of BS ever. It's the thing that's creating your life. Whether you think or believe it or not, you've got to reprogram your mind. So once we get to this point, if you haven't done this, where you are now, trying to use affirmations, it's probably the least effective way to do things. But once you've started working through so much, it's just going to supercharge by installing new empowered beliefs into your mind. Now, Socrates said, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Once we get rid of them, we're not necessarily fighting these old beliefs, but we're just releasing them and letting them go. So then we can focus all of our energy and all of our thoughts and all of our time on building these new beliefs and giving ourselves a pep talk all the time, because that's where the biggest difference is going to be for you. And the third point here is act like the person you want to become. Your mind shifts when your actions change. Stop waiting. Behave like that future version of you now. Behave like the success version, the confident version, and the version of you that you want to become, the 5-year future version of you. I like to write down where I'm gonna and who I want to be in 5 years' time, and I give that person a name. Could be like King Brendan or $100 million Brendan or whatever your name is, obviously, and whatever you want to do it. It could be like Have It All Matt, whatever might suit you best. And then, so it's like you've kind of given that an identity, and then in the moment you have a choice. Am I going to be the current version of me, or am I going to be the future version of me? And you start bringing that future version of you into reality. Now, this whole concept of be, do, have, people have it backwards. They think they need to have something first before they can be happy or be successful. When we talk about success, someone's not a success because they have success. They are successful, and then the external world gives them success in return. We have to be successful to have the things a successful person has, and that comes from becoming someone different. The game of this is to just chase the man, not chase the things. Chase the man that you want to become, and everything that you want in life you will get. It's simple as that. It's a simple game. Don't overcomplicate it. Now, when I first started the business, if things didn't go well, or if I didn't have a week where we didn't make a sale, or we were going up and down, I didn't think I could be happy. I was like, I don't deserve to be happy because the business isn't doing well. And that's, I understand now, like that whole mindset was actually keeping the business not doing well. For me, I just got to be happy and the rest will come. It's so simple. I think good, I feel good, I work on myself, I chase who I want to become, and the business gets better and better every time. If you look at some of the videos I did, and that's probably the best way to tell, a few years ago, I still look at them. Even 12 months ago, I'm like, I can do better than that. We produce sales videos, we produce training videos, we produce educational content, and every 6 months, every 12 months in our programs and everything, and on sales pages, I look at it, I'm like, I can do better. Literally 3 months later, I'm like, I could do better now. Because I'm self-developing and growing so much, because I'm chasing the man, I'm not chasing the external things. I'm like, who do I want to become? And I'm absolutely ruthless on becoming that person and executing on becoming that person, spending multiple hours every day working on myself to get to that level, and everything else in life is just working out because it has to shift to me. And so if you focus on acting like the person you want to become now, reality and the world around you is going to shift to change that, to match that, because it's like the mirror principle, right? It's going to just change. So Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and observe the route that your attention follows. And so what he means by this is you want to assume that you are the person already that is the future version of you, or has all the things that you want. Act like that person. You may have even heard about in movies, there's an actor and an actress, and they might be playing like and acting like they're in love on the set, and then they end up falling in love with each other and dating each other. It happens quite often. It's because that same thing, it's like they're acting, and then when you act, you're actually playing the role of that. So act like you're the person you want to be. Now, losers wait for life to change. Winners reprogram their minds and make it happen. So which one would you choose to be? Would you like to just let life happen to you? Or would you let want to let life happen for you and you be the creator of your reality rather than the victim of your history. The choice is yours. So let me know how you go with this video. If you need anything, just let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If there's anything I can do, reach me on socials, comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Made it to the end of the video and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's going to completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button and I'll see you on the other side.